On June 14, 2012, Chantel Davis, a 23-year-old African-American woman, was brutally shot and killed by narcotics detective Philip Atkins. Chantel's untimely death has become a call to life for our community. Through her ending is a new beginning. In Chantel's name, we have begun a struggle, one that aims to indict Detective Philip Atkins and expose the racist brutality of the New York City Police Department. Enough is enough. We will win true justice for Chantel, her family, our community, and all those who continuously suffer such tragedies. This will be Chantel's true legacy. Thank you. Like I said, I'm Natasha. Thank you for having me. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to tell my sister's story. 3 years ago, my sister was in a car accident on East 38th and Church Avenue, a busy street in my neighborhood in Brooklyn. Airbags deployed. She was told to get out of the car. Airbags are deployed. How can she get out of the car? Detective Atkins reaches into the car to pull her out with his gun drawn. His gun discharges. Detective Atkins never told us this. This is what was told to the media. His gun discharged. If his gun discharged, that means this was an accident. Why are you trying to pull my sister out of a vehicle that has deployed airbags that can't move, and your gun discharged? After she was shot in her chest, he pulled her out of the vehicle where she collapsed on the floor and bled out onto the street. June 14th, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, bright sunny day. My sister was left on the street to bleed, begging for her life, saying she didn't want to die and was told to shut the fuck up. She was told to shut the fuck up when she said she didn't want to die. My sister went to Kings County Hospital, same hospital she was born in, same hospital she died. She went as a Jane Doe. 6 hours later is when we were notified that my sister was in the morgue. At this time, they wouldn't let us see her. We had to wait the following day. 3 years later, and we still have no answers. But we continue to fight. My family became overnight activists, and we hit the street because immediately my sister was known as some mastermind criminal. She went to jail. She was never convicted of any crimes, but she went to jail. The real criminal is Detective Atkins, who had 6 criminal lawsuits. 4, which the city already paid out. Your tax-paying dollars, $225,000 the city paid for his civil lawsuits. He's the criminal, not Chantel. That same day, the police took all the video cameras from all the stores. They took people's cell phones who were videotaping what happened, and we haven't seen not one thing. But I'm going to continue to fight because they've been connecting us city by city, state by state, borough by borough, country by country, and we're going to continue to fight. Next week, Tuesday, is Chantel's 26th birthday, and we'll be going to the cemetery in Jersey to visit with her. She lived 3 weeks. She lived 3 weeks into her 23rd birthday. On June 14th, this year at 7:30, we're going to have a memorial because we want to let them know that we did not forget, and I'm not going to forget. And I'm not going to stop until I get some answers. No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
Who will hold Chantel Davis?
We will.
Who will hold Chantel Davis?
We will.
Who will hold Chantel Davis?
We will.
Say her name.
Chantel Davis.
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 We will not forget. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Next, we're going to invite Cassandra Johnson, mother of Tanisha Anderson, who will be accompanied by Fairleigh St. Louis and Zilla Eisenstein. Let's come to the stage.
We elevate Tanisha Anderson, daughter, mother, sister, aunt. Tanisha was a go-getter and an ambitious woman who loved to learn from her youth. She excelled in English and math and was pursuing a degree in journalism at University of Cleveland. She dreamed of being a newscaster. She was the middle child, nicknamed Nene, and the proud mother of her teenage daughter. She loved to eat, though seldom found cooking. Instead, she would hand out sweets, one of her favorites, to all her nieces and nephews. She loved to watch sports, primarily basketball, which she also loved to play.
Although Tanisha had been previously diagnosed as bipolar, she was extremely high functioning and was committed to taking her medication, and did. Her mental illness was one aspect of her life, but it did not define her life. That day in November, her family called for backup and support because Tanisha was having a rough day. She was not violent. When the police arrived, they separated and isolated her from her family and forced her into a confined area. She understandably panicked and became confused when they tried to force her into a police car. The excessive and unnecessary force enacted by the police officers directly caused her death, which has been ruled a homicide.
Tanisha, first I'm overwhelmed and moved by the love, the support in this place. I thank you for all showing that, because that's what we need. That's what the families need. So I thank you. Tanisha was a wonderful woman. She was very close to her family and very close to me and her daughter. Her name is Marianne. So we fight for her today. What happened to my daughter was unjust. It was unjust. It was really unjust. I've been through all the range of emotions that I can go through concerning this, but I will not stop, as all the rest of the mothers have said, until I get some answers. So, no justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Who will hold Tanisha Anderson?
We will.
Who will hold Tanisha Anderson?
We will.
Who will hold Tanisha Anderson?
We will.
Say her name.
Tanisha Anderson.
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 We will not forget. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Please show love to all of these families right now. Show them love. that we stand with them. Marion Carey, say her name.
Marion Carey.
Michelle Cusseau, say her name.
Michelle Cusseau.
Kayla Moore, say her name.
Kayla Moore.
Rakia Boyd, say her name.
Rakia Boyd.
Chantel Davis, say her name.
Chantel Davis.
Shelley Frey, say her name.
Shelley Frey.
Alberta Sprill, say her name.
Alberta Sprill.
Tanisha Anderson, say her name.
Tanisha Anderson.
Say the names of all the ones we don't know, all the ones that haven't been named yet today. Say their names, nice and loud. Let me hear you say their names.
Eleanor Hall.
There are too many names, too many names, too many bodies. This is only the beginning. The witnessing is only the start. We got so much more work to do, y'all. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? So I want to invite my sisters from Climbing Poetry to the stage to share with us. Check. This one works. Here we go.
Peace, family. Ancestor. Peace, okay. Ancestor Niza Morris, rest in power. Ancestor Tarika Wilson, rest in power. Ancestor Ayanna Jones, rest in power. Ancestor Taisha Miller, rest in power. Ancestor Miriam Carey, rest in power. Ancestor Sharice Francis, rest in power. Ancestor Yvette Smith, rest in power. Ancestor Rakia Boyd, rest in power. Ancestor Chantel Davis, rest in power. Ancestor Charmel Edwards, rest in power. Ancestor Tanisha Anderson, rest in power. Ancestor Kendra James, rest in power. Remember, remember. Every single life is significant. Our right to breathe is legitimate. Who are you to judge who's worthy of love or cold blood? My sister's innocent. Her black life mattered, but you ended it. You illiterate to the magnificence inscripted on her face. Couldn't read the story of her greatness. Everyone she touched in all the places. Blink of an eye, you pulled the trigger, now just blankness. It's shameless. No penalty, no remedy, it's heinous. It was legal to enslave us, now it's legal to erase us. From slave ships to cages to PD's training races. And now we are the patients. If you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. I seen a whole lot of blood on the hands of the state. So I'm saying something, do something, agitates. I have the nerve to suspect the system's depraved by design. Look who's on paid leave and look who's serving time. What's considered a casualty? What's an unforgivable crime?
Blue acquitted for death, black sentenced to life. Who decides who's dangerous enough to die? Who decides who's dangerous enough to die? Subsequent coincidence, the cops kill without consequence. Not convicted, plot depicted like an accident, belittled. All acquitted, all predicted, law enforcement contradicted. Head once lifted, black and gifted, beautiful and dangerous enough to die. 'Cause it don't matter if the street smarts is mathematical, dark skin galactical. This here is Earth, and we are chess pieces in a violence so systematical. It's remarkable when from the margins we grow dialectical. 'Cause it don't matter if her name is Tarika or his name is Michael. Every 28 hours the police carves out their cycle from a history so rooted in hate you can trace back the ones who found God in Sunday lynching revivals. Survival has always been a covert operation. Survival has always been a covert operation. Seeking freedom has always been encoded songs that move the congregation. Rooted in desperation, freedom is a map sung past the master's wife's plantation. Divination foretold this moment right here in Union Square, right here, right now. So did the ones with an unwavering unrest, who saw no need for postponement, and carved out the blues from a pain so deep it was a transatlantic hybrid of a mutation that wailed through jazz, found love in soul, sweated it out through funk, kicked and burned through rock and roll until hip-hop became its latest incarnation. The death of a people has never gone silent in the chambers of life. And we refuse to succumb to the heart-wrenching realization that the reality presented to us is worth inheriting or passing down to one more generation. We resist with both our hands. We persist with both our feet and follow constellations into the depth of this tumultuous sea. For we have always been guided. We will march through the streets and make beautiful things that leave imprints deeper than the pain that came before it. Call us